Hello and welcome back to some more Skyblock. Before I get into this video, I just want to say, if you are new around here and part of that 91% that aren't subscribed, then do consider subscribing, it helps out a lot. Also, whilst you're down there, make sure to leave a like, and let's just get right into it. So as you've probably seen, like a load of Dungeons gameplays come out from YouTubers and streamers and all of that stuff, but sadly I can't really provide any of that since I'm not MVP++ or YouTube rank. But now that I've seen the gameplay, you know what I can do? Like the huge genius I am, I can tell you what you need to get. And if you've seen the gameplay, as you know, Archer Kit is just overpowered. Like, you're gonna be getting top damage in your team, you're just gonna be demolishing. I don't know if it'll be nerfed when Dungeons does come out, since the alpha server stuff may just be for testing purposes and kit balancing, but for now, we know Archer's OP. So if you want to be maining Archer, what do you need? But of course, you'll need a good bow. So you'll either need a Runan's bow or Mosquito bow. Obviously the Runan's is way cheaper, since you can get one for like around $1 million, unenchanted or enchanted. Unlike the Mosquito, what will cost you like a bajillion times that. And next up, of course, you know what you need. You need a skeleton pet. When you're in a dungeon with this at max level, you'll be getting 60% extra damage with your bow, what is crazy strong considering how strong the bow is already without the skeleton pet. And not only that, you obviously get the combo stacks giving you even more strength, and your little defense ability in case the mobs get too close to you. But if you're not rich enough to get any of that, there's no need to worry. So obviously if you're not stacked, what would I recommend? Well, there's two bows that I would definitely recommend for this. One of them being the Hurricane bow, since if there's just hordes of mobs, it will actually do more damage than the Runans, and it's a lot cheaper. So it's definitely easy for mid-game players to get their hands on. And the second one is the Endstone bow. If you're going in with a good mana set, this can be like insanely powerful. And just alone, it's a decent bow. I mean, it really doesn't cost that much for how much damage it does. Like, you can get this really early game if you manage to luckily get one for 2.5k. And it's just an insanely good weapon for like early game players. Like, this could just carry early game for players through dungeons if they pick Archer Kit. Mainly because if no one else in your team picks Archer Kit, you get 4 times bow damage as well. Well, it's absolutely crazy. Or if you're a bit richer and don't want to get the Hurricane bow, you can get the explosive bow. You're going to be able to hit more mobs with this instead of just having 5 arrows. And also, it's not too expensive. And the highest one on here is an unenchanted one for 600k, was mainly for dragons. So those are the weapons I'd recommend. The reason I'm not going over really early game is because I'm pretty sure there might be a requirement to get into dungeons. Like, I've heard you need mining level 25, and maybe I'll come with other level 25 skills. Like, I've just been grinding out all of my skills, trying to get them up, because I want to play this. And talking about playing dungeons, I don't really know anyone around the same stage of the game as me. So if you do want to play with me, then just join my Discord. I'm thinking about starting my own guild. Okay, I'm gonna set a goal now. If my Discord reaches 150 members, I will make my own guild. So the link will be in the description below if you want to join. You also get notified of my streams and videos as soon as they come out, so do consider joining. And once I create the guild, I'll probably set up a load of dungeon parties whenever I'm online, what will be pretty frequently. And also I'll probably do some on stream as well. Anyway, back to the loadouts. And the next one, the tank. So obviously you'll need to tank as much damage as possible, hence the name. So what will you need? I'd recommend going for perfect armor, and maybe trying to work out up to tier 12 as you go, unless you already have it. But it will cost you a lot of money, what isn't ideal. But this will obviously just help you do your role the best, since it gives you the most defense and you can just take the most hits for your team. I haven't really seen too many dungeons videos, so I don't know about the abilities of the tank, but I feel like this armor may just be the best in general, for now at least. If you've seen it, then Minikloon showed off an armor set that has the defense of perfect armor and then like gives extra strength. Obviously that will be better. There's no doubt that there's definitely going to be better sets for all of these kits in dungeons. But for the pet, obviously you want the elephant pet. The Walking Fortress ability is just going to give you so much more health for your defense. If you're wearing perfect armor, that is. It'll obviously give you a lot if you're wearing other armor sets that do give you a lot of defense that may come out in dungeons, but it's gonna really help. It'll also give you more defense if you just max out your speed. I don't feel like it's gonna be that useful for a tank. I don't really see them running around with speed cap, just tanking damage. But you never know. You never know what could happen. Also, with the more hot potato books, this is just gonna get stronger and stronger. Because if you didn't know, there's now an item that can let you put 15 hot potato books on a piece of armor or weapon. What is absolutely crazy, especially for the blaze pet. So if you're obviously not late game and can't afford tier 12 perfect armor, what would I say you get for tank? I mean, obviously Protected Dragon. It's the cheapest of the dragon sets, but it does its job. It gives you a lot of defense, a lot of health, and obviously the Protected Blood ability is really good for just a load of defense. And once you get down, each piece gets 99% more defense, so it is crazy. Obviously you do have to be like almost dead for that to happen, but if you're just tanking hits and getting stronger as you go down, then it's just gonna work. So if your healer's far behind, you can just wait for them to come, and you're just gonna be slowly tanking more hits, and when they heal you, I mean, you're back up to full. It doesn't matter. matter. So just having that extra percentage of defense for that short amount of time is going to be really good. And obviously your weapon for these classes, I wouldn't really say matters too much. Just use the strongest sword and bow you can get. Actually, maybe prioritize Pigman Sword, since ability will just give you an extra 350 defense. Well, isn't that much, but and not only that, you can damage every enemy in range of your ability. So if you're just getting crowded by a huge swarm of mobs, you just right click a few times, get a bit of extra defense, and deal some damage to the mob. Seems like a win-win to me. Let's move on to the next class. What is the Berserker? I'm pretty sure with this class, you just want to be doing as much melee damage as possible. So what would I say that you need for this? Obviously, like, the pet that you're going to want is the Blaze Pet, since if you have the item that can stack up to 15 potato bucks at once, you're going to be getting 30 potato bucks on an item at once. What is absolutely mental. Say just your sword, 60 more damage and 60 more strength. That is way too much to add to any weapon. And not only that, obviously you're gonna get boosted your armor, boosted your defense. Talking about the armor, obviously, you can see it in the pet, you're gonna need Frozen Blaze armor to be maximizing your damage at least. Obviously this is gonna set you back a lot of money, so be prepared to pay a lot. These prices are definitely gonna inflate when Dungeon comes out, I'm telling you that. So you know, maybe invest now. If you wanna go to the bazaar, put all your money in enchanted Pactice and Blaze Rods, go for it. No, I'm trying to put 2 mil on now, just because I have so much faith in this going up in value. And there we go. Just a load of Pactice. It's not that much, but I might make a bit of money from it. Okay, now early game for Berserker. What would I say is good? Or more mid game, I'd say. If you can't afford Frozen Blaze, then just Strong Dragon and Tower Helm is gonna be worth it. Obviously, you'll need Spider 4, so you need to do a bit of grinding for that. If that's too expensive for you, I'd recommend Unstable Armor. You're gonna be getting a lot of crit chance, a lot of crit damage. If you don't have talismans to max out your crit damage, this is gonna get it to 100%, or near enough that. You're gonna get a decent amount of extra crit chance no matter what, and damage too. Also, the ability is gonna be good for swarms of mobs if you just want to maximize your damage whilst you're running around, since it'll just strike every mobs in your nearby area. This set is definitely like a lot cheaper than Frozen Blaze. It goes for around 600k per piece. What is like 10 times less than the Frozen Blaze armor, so with a bit of grinding, maybe killing some endermites. If you haven't seen that video, then I'll probably put it in the top left corner now, or getting money from foraging. You'll probably get there easily. Okay, next is Mage. You're gonna need Wise Dragon, maybe even Very Wise Dragon, because I think in this update they're fixing magic damage, what really needed to be done. So the more mana you have, the more magic damage you'll do. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But for now, Wise Dragon is really cheap, going for 100 to 300k per piece. What is crazy cheap. I would get this now if I were you. Maybe if magic damage is being buffed like that, it's gonna be worth getting Very Wise Dragon armor. So definitely go for Wise Dragon. If you're mid game, if you're late game, you're probably gonna be able to afford it for now. There's probably gonna be like a Mage set coming out or something like that. But if you're really early game and want to play this class, then Crystal Armor could be the way to go. It's not that expensive for now. It's only 10 to 100k coins per piece. Okay. And finally the healer. This is one for the egos out there. You're gonna need an ornate zombie sword. This will obviously heal you for 44 and then 5% of your health within 7 blocks. This may be buffed, since for now it doesn't really heal your team that well. Hopefully that 5% will apply to your teammates, because that will really make it worth it. Obviously you want a nice orb. If you're kind of mid game, grinded enough Wolf Slayer, then go for a Mana Flux. They're only around 3 mil. You'll definitely be able to afford that if you're Wolf Slayer 6. Or you can make it yourself. If you're early game, just go for a Radiant Orb. They're really cheap, and you only need Wolf 2, so you can get that in like an hour maybe. And obviously if you're late game, you need an Overflux. It's going to be great for just healing up your entire team. If you're raiding a room, you place down your Overflux in the center, your team can just go ham. And if you're supporting with like a zombie sword or something, it's going to be real good. For the armor set, I would say the same as Mage. You want to go Wise Armor. Most of the healing abilities now cost mana, and since Wise Armor, you obviously get a lot of mana, and it reduces it by 2/3, so you're going to have crazy amounts of healing abilities. Pets, I think is pretty obvious. You're going to need to get yourself a jellyfish. Not only do you get more health regen, and you're constantly healing your players by 10 HP a second, it just gives you a load of health. You're going to be able to tank more hits, provide more healing, and also every 1000 you heal, everyone gets an enchanted golden apple effect. What's crazy good? That's going to give, I think it's like regen 4, and it's just every 10 seconds if you can heal that fast. And not only that, you can obviously bring instant health potions and mana potions, and once you splash them down, you know, get everyone a nice bit of heal, get their mana up, it's just going to be more health, more mana. And so if you have like a load of healing 8 potions, instead of healing 500 HP, it's going to heal 750. What's a big leap? And obviously you can even get orange juice with that and get even more health from it, and 20% from Bitter Iced Tea for your mana potions. And all you need is an enchanted glistering melon, and obviously a glowstone block for level 8 health potion. What isn't really that much if you look at it. So if you did enjoy, please do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It means a lot and will help the channel loads. Anyway, see you next time.